I want you to look at the room around you. Look at the walls. Look at your hands. You believe that what you are seeing is the truth. You believe that reality consists of 3D objects, colors, and sounds. But neuroscientists and quantum physicists are beginning to agree on a terrifying conclusion. You are not seeing reality. You are seeing a headset. You are seeing a user interface designed to hide the truth from you. Think about the desktop on your computer. You see a blue icon that represents a file. You can click it, drag it, and delete it. But is the file actually a blue square inside your computer? No. The reality of the file is a complex string of binary code, ones and zeros, stored on a magnetic drive. If the computer showed you the reality of the file, the raw code, you wouldn't be able to use it. It would be too complex. It would be overwhelming. So, the computer lies to you. It shows you a simple blue icon so that you can survive and function in the digital world. Evolutionary psychologist Donald Hoffman argues that human evolution has done the exact same thing. Evolution does not care about truth. It cares about fitness. It cares about survival. Imagine an early human who sees the truth. They see the quantum fields, the vibrating strings, and the 11 dimensions of space-time. They would be paralyzed by the sheer complexity of the universe. They would stand there, awestruck by the geometry of a tiger, until the tiger ate them. Now imagine a human who sees a hack. They don't see atoms. They just see a big orange shape with teeth. Their brain simplifies the data into a terrifying icon. Predator. They run. They survive. Over millions of years, evolution has stripped away our ability to see the true nature of the universe. It has placed us inside a sensory silo. We only see the visible light spectrum, a tiny, tiny sliver of electromagnetic waves. We don't see radio waves, X-rays, or Wi-Fi signals, even though they are passing through our bodies right now. We only perceive 3 dimensions of space and 1 dimension of time. Your brain is not a window. It is a filter. It is a reducing valve designed to block out 99.9% of the information in the universe, just so you can focus on finding food and a mate. But this begs the haunting question. What is happening in the 99.9% of reality that we can't see? What monsters, what angels, or what complex geometries are standing right next to you, filtered out by your own survival instinct? If the brain is a filter, what happens when the filter breaks? We have rare examples of this. We call them savants. But the most fascinating cases are acquired savants. These are normal people who suffer a brain injury, and when they wake up, they have unlocked superhuman abilities. Take the story of Jason Paget. He was a furniture salesman. He had no interest in math. He spent his time partying. One night, he was mugged outside a karaoke bar. He was kicked repeatedly in the head. When he woke up the next morning, the world had changed. He turned on the water faucet, and he didn't see flowing water. He saw tangent lines. He saw geometry. He saw the mathematical structure of the flow. He looked at leaves, and he saw the fractal formulas of Pythagoras. He started drawing complex geometric patterns called fractals. He became a mathematical genius overnight. Or take the story of Derek Amato. He dove into a swimming pool and hit his head on the bottom. When he recovered, he sat down at a piano, an instrument he had never played, and began to compose intricate, master-level concertos. He said he could simply see the black and white squares of the music flowing in his mind. What does this tell us? It tells us that Jason Paget didn't learn math. Derek Amato didn't learn music. The knowledge was already there. It suggests that every single human brain has access to this level of genius, to this level of perception. But for most of us, the reducing valve is working perfectly. It suppresses that information so we can function normally. The brain injury didn't add something. It broke the dam. It widened the valve. It let a little bit more of the true reality flow in. It implies that we are walking around with a supercomputer in our heads, but we are locked out of the admin account. We are running in safe mode, and sometimes it takes a blow to the head to crack the password. If we are only seeing a slice of reality, what does the rest look like? Theoretical physics gives us a hint. String theory suggests that the universe is made of 10 or 11 dimensions. We live in 3D. We move up, down, left, right, forward, back. But if there are 11 dimensions, where are the others? They are curled up, hidden, or sitting at right angles to our reality that we cannot perceive. Imagine a race of 2D creatures living on a flat sheet of paper. They only know length and width. If you, a 3D human, stick your finger through the paper, what do they see? They don't see a hand. They see a small circle appear out of nowhere, grow larger, shrink, and vanish. To them, it is a miracle. To you, it is just a finger. Now apply this to us. What if the phenomena we call paranormal or supernatural are just 4D objects passing through our 3D world? Many people who have had near-death experiences, NDEs, report a sensation of leaving their body and seeing colors that don't exist on Earth. They describe a 360-degree vision where they can see the front, back, and inside of objects simultaneously. This is exactly how a 4D creature would view a 3D object. Is it possible that when we die, or when we enter deep states of meditation, the brain stops filtering? The chemical DMT, which is released in small amounts in the brain, is known to break down the visual filter completely. People who take it describe meeting machine elves or entities in a hypergeometric realm. Skeptics say these are hallucinations, but believers and some scientists argue that these are glimpses behind the curtain. The brain isn't hallucinating. It is tuning into a frequency that is usually blocked. It is seeing the code behind the user interface. This brings us to the final and most controversial theory, orchestrated objective reduction, OR, proposed by the physicist Sir Roger Penrose and the anesthesiologist Stuart Hameroff. This theory argues that consciousness is not a biological computation. It is not just neurons firing. They argue that consciousness is a quantum process happening inside microscopic structures in our cells called microtubules. If this is true, it means your brain is not a creator of consciousness. It is a receiver. Think of your brain like a radio. The radio plays music. If you smash the radio, the music stops. But the radio signal, the radio wave, is still there in the air. You just broke the box that was tuning into it. Penrose and Hameroff suggest that when you die, the quantum information held in your microtubules doesn't vanish. It simply leaks back into the universe. It returns to the field. This view suggests that the brain is a biological machine designed to limit consciousness. It takes the infinite ocean of universal mind and pours it into a tiny cup called you. It gives you an ego. It gives you a name. It gives you a fear of death. But these are just constraints of the filter. The goal of the brain is to focus you on this specific timeline, this specific life. But the potential is infinite. We are not separate from the universe. We are the universe experiencing itself through a very narrow, very specific lens. So, look at the room again. The walls are not solid. The colors are not real. You are living in a simulation created by your own biology. But somewhere, deep inside the silence of your mind, there is a door that leads outside the cave. And every once in a while, we get a glimpse of the light. I am your host. Open your mind. Subscribe.